Hi, this is Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum. I'm here with the guys behind the scenes that make it all happen. Starting to the left here, this is Doc. That's his, well, his real name is Brian, but AKA Doc because he has a PhD in automotive and motorcycle detailing. He's been detailing hot rods and motorcycles since he was a kid. I won't tell you how old he is, but he probably would qualify for his AARP card if he wanted to. I know I got mine, and I'm 4 years younger than him. So, in any event, then we have Eric. And then in the middle, Kyle and Jeremy in the back. Kyle and Jeremy have been with me since, well, about coming up on 2 years. They've been detailing motorcycles professionally for here with us, and they've been studying under Doc and my careful eye. I'm 53. I've been doing this since I was actually 13, 14 years old. So I've got about 40 years of experience. This bike right here is Dane Bundy's. It's a classic Honda CM200T that was in need of some TLC and restoration when we got it. Dane fell in love with this bike out in California. He's a Honda collector. He has a Honda Cafe racer. He did a frame off. He's also a member of the, he's actually sergeant at arms of the Motorcycle Club, who's putting on the Cafe Racer show here on August 25th. So guys, you're on day 2 on this, and I'm gonna go over quickly. If I leave anything out that I missed on what we did, I want you to pitch in and please say something, so don't disappear. I guess I'll start with the chemicals. First, the bike is washed with a hot water and Fantastic mix. We spray the Fantastic on, give it a nice sponge bath, and we use this Turtle Wax car wash. So it's thoroughly washed using terry cloths and bristle brushes to get in all the tight areas and everything else on this bike. Please watch the before video so you can see how remarkable the transformation of this motorcycle truly is. We'll probably have about 10 hours total into this bike, 10 to 12 by the time we're done, maybe 13. If you try to do this at home, it may take you longer because this is all these guys do, and they have all the tools you could dream of and all the chemicals at your disposal. Speaking of chemicals, we are working closely with OSHA. We have 4 fat books full of SDS, safety data sheets. So it's all the chemical breakdown for all of the chemicals that we use here at the museum, restoring these fine classic motorcycles. This Honda here is a 1980 model, so it's almost 40 years old. It's classified as an antique by the Antique Motorcycle Club of America. I am a AMCA judge. I'll be judging at the August 3rd National, so I know what I'm looking at here, and I've been doing this since I was a child. Very, very rare to find a twin star in this kind of condition, especially one that's coming up on 40 years old. This is an entry-level bike. Most of them were hammered into submission and ridden hard and put away wet. Dane's got a good eye for a classic. He picked this bike up in California with 1,780 miles and had it shipped here. After the bike was given a thorough bath and then dried off with the compressor over there, what was the next step that you took? I think you did the chrome next, right?
Yeah, I went through with a little bit of steel wool and some Colonel Brassy, and it pretty much, that'll get rid of any rust pitting that you may have forgotten while you were soda blasting, and it pretty much will give the chrome a nice shine. And then to bring that shine out even more, I use chrome polish, which pretty much hides a little bit of scratches if there is any, and then it just really brings the shine out.
Stunning job on the chrome. And to really appreciate this, my son is the video editor. I suck at doing videos, so this is going to be really kind of, hopefully Junior can get involved and edit this and put the befores in. After the bike was washed, we used the soda blasting media, which is a Natrium 260. This is the medium. We used a full bag of it. It's about 50. It's a 50-pound bag, and so all the chrome on the bike was bicarbonate sodium blasted. This is the best method. It's environmentally very safe. You could brush your teeth with this stuff. It's basically baking soda and hot water, so through a power washer. So that was done on all the chrome on the motorcycle. It's very, very messy. You get a lot of white residue, so it's a lot of cleanup after that. So it's basically washed 3 times. It's soap washed with water, and then the motorcycle is bicarbonate sodium blasted, and you cannot get anywhere near the paint. It'll strip the paint right off the motorcycle. So not something an amateur wants to do at home. Kyle's been trained personally by me, and he's an expert at it now. So he does most of the soda blasting here. So it's just water and baking soda, and it works fantastic. Then you have to wash it again a 3rd time to get all the baking soda off of it, which is really important. You want to get all that clean. Then he goes and does the polishing with the Colonel Brassy, which we've tried everything. clean it with glass cleaner, and then use the kernel brassy on it. So that's the process for the chrome. Then what was next, Kyle?
Pretty much then I went through the frame and touched up any little like rust marks that I found or anything that looks like if you don't cover it up, it will spread.
And we do not do any aerosol painting in the facility. All our painting is done with foam brushes. So that's how we do it here. You can see that the swing arm was painted, and there were a couple dull areas on the bike that I noted where, so he went through on the frame and touched all that up, carefully leaving all the original stickers, and there's no evidence of the frame being painted, the true hallmark of an excellent restoration. You want to keep it stock and original. So the chrome was all restored. And then he went around and painted. And starting at the back here, if you look at the other video, this was very rusty back here. The bolts were all in horrible condition. I believe you removed these bolts and put them on the. Didn't you spin these on the
Wire wheel?
Yeah, we have a wire wheel over there. So that was taken off and put on a machine. It was machine polished, the bolt. You do not want to paint. A lot of amateurs will just paint over a rusty bolt because they're too lazy or they don't understand that ruins the value of the vehicle. You want to have the original patina on the bolts. So this is a bike that if you took it to the AMCA show, this would probably be close to a 100-point motorcycle. Very, very original and very, very mint condition. And we're not done with it yet. We're still working away on it. So all the black was painted after the chrome, or touched up after the chrome was restored, correct?
Yep.
And you also bicarbonate sodium blasted the shocks, right?
I did, yes.
You can see how immaculate the shocks are. And also the front forks. If you note in the original video, the forks were definitely an area of concern. They had this yellow coating on it that was kind of peeling off, and after it's soda blasting, it looks fantastic. That was amazing when I saw that this morning. I said, Kyle did a great job. One of the issues we had is with the soda blasting, the original paint came off of the brake backing and hub. So we touch up. Kyle, you painted all that, right?
Yeah, there was a little bit of paint that was blasted off by the soda blaster right here, and so pretty much I just went in and just touched it up a little bit, trying to make it look as smooth and as original as possible. So
all done with a foam brush and a careful hand. This side of the fork didn't come out quite as good as the other, but it is original, and that's what you want. An antique is always worth more original, so that's not painted. That's just restored to the best of our ability. We're still doing in the detail process, so we got to get some of the soda off the tires, and they will be detailed, and the chrome will get a final polish. What was next after that, Kyle?
After that, I went through and waxed and buffed both the tank and the side covers.
I see there's a brilliant shine on the paint job, and a very, very attractive color for sure. Very, very nice. And it's original graphics on this motorcycle, and I don't see any damage anywhere on the tank. Remarkable that it's like carrying around an egg for 40 years and not dropping it to keep an original Honda this nice. It's truly remarkable. This is going to be displayed in the New England Motorcycle Museum. This is a museum quality motorcycle, 100% original, under 2,000 miles, not even ready for the original oil change, first oil change, which is suggested at 2,000 miles, and it's almost 40 years old. So the paint was restored with the our favorite product. I've been using this for decades, Mother's California Gold, Brazilian Carnauba Cleaner Wax. Tell us the process for that, Kyle.
Pretty much, first off, just to make sure the tank is clean, I would hit it with glass cleaner and microfiber. And then I would go through and apply the wax with another microfiber that is clean. And once I do that, I would take a wool pad and put it on our buffer. And then I would buff the tank first at like a slower speed, like around 4.
Sure.
And then after that, I'd bump it up to around 6 or 7, just to really make sure that it gets deeper into the what is it called? The clear.
Yeah, it's remarkable how smooth it really is. You know, the eye cannot see what the hand can feel. I believe it's up to 10,000ths of an inch of a piece of sand or pebble you can feel. So when you rub your fingers over it, you can feel there's more wax on this than a candle. It's really beautiful. Well done. What was next after that? I know you took the seat off and the battery was taken out and cleaned and put on the battery charger over there. It's been on there overnight because the battery was dead. And the bottom of the seat was restored, and I remember the seat had like a mold growing on it. What was the process for the seat?
With that, I actually just took a little bit of glass cleaner and it took it right off. It was
awesome.
It was actually pretty nice about that. Usually it can be harder to take that off.
And was there any chemical put on the seat for the shine? Is that like a SC1 or something?
Yeah, I put a little bit of SC1 on there just to kind of bring what it usually does is it brings the black, like the black rich color coming back out of the seat, which I also use on lines and stuff, like these brake lines right here.
Yeah, so the brake lines were restored cosmetically. Again, we painted the hubs. What else do we do here? And I don't use Neverdol also on the aluminum, I believe. So
Yep.
like on the side cover here was polished with Neverdol.
Same with, and it was first polished with mag aluminum polish.
Mag and aluminum polish.
And then I used Neverdol on it.
Okay, awesome. I see there's still some work to do on the chain. The chain's still kind of rusty and crusty. We haven't gotten there yet. We will tend to that next. And a little bit of polish on the spokes. But she should be ready to roll in the museum. And I believe, I just took a head count last night. We have 60 motorcycles that this team of 4 guys has detailed, museum quality detail motorcycles that are up on the 3rd floor ready for display for our August 25th show. We should have over 100 bikes in there at that point and over 100 collectors' bikes. So I fully suspect more than 200 motorcycles, museum quality motorcycles of all models. Everything from, here's a 100th anniversary Harley Davidson that we're doing. We're really into dirt bikes. This is a Suzuki RM125. We're restoring an OSA 250 frame up restoration. Just got that back in the paint shop. We got a 100th anniversary Harley Davidson Sportster. And then over here, one of my personal favorites, a early Indian Springer sidecar rig. So that's going to go for a full museum quality detail also. So back to Dane's bike. We're about to wrap this thing up today. Then it'll be rolled up in the museum. Did they leave anything else out that was done, or any chemicals used or processes used, or are we pretty much there?
I think that pretty much sums it up.
Oh, I remember that this was in horrible condition, the brake, and now it looks like it just came out of the box brand new. What was the process for the brake? Because I thought it was rusty as hell and looked horrible.
Most of it was from soda blasting the bike, and then I just went through with a little bit of colonel brassy and steel wool, and then just hit a little bit of pitting that I saw.
See, the bolts have all been restored, and it's in remarkable condition, the motor. Nice job. Anything else you'd like to say? I guess you put the battery back in, and now the electric starter works. You don't have to kickstart it.
Yep.
She's ready for another 40 years. Hondas are remarkably well built, and the fit and finish is impeccable. All the controls and everything usually works fantastic, even 40 years later. So one of the years, I think one of the reasons the American manufacturers struggled so much is the quality of these vintage Hondas is so good. So definitely good eye, Dane, and we took this thing to the next level for you. It's rolling in the museum. Thank you, gentlemen. Good luck, everybody, and God bless America.